Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-November 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as opening and firmness, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well to help with the bridge and the gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. Also, keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Ten of Coins. So this is Virgo energy here, which is your relationship house. So this could just be saying that in the past you actually saw a lot of potential for this to be a connection that actually could go the distance and just be a lasting connection. Past energy on their side, we have the Three of Cups. So in a lot of decks, the Three of Cups represents a more celebratory energy, but if we look at the energy for this deck in particular, it looks a little darker, right? If we look at the way the person's looking over their shoulder before going into that door, just the whole scene there. So it could just be saying that maybe this person was in a bit of a darker space when they initially crossed paths with you. Maybe they had some bad habits that they were partaking in at the time. But yeah, looks like they were definitely in a bit more of a pessimistic headspace in the past compared to where you were. Present energy on your side, we have the Three of Staves. So this is Aries energy here, and usually represents, well, it's often referred to as the waiting for your ships to come in energy. So it's one of those energies where you feel like you've done your fair share of the work, right? Now you're just waiting for the rewards to come in for that work. So for some of you, maybe this is feeling like, okay, you've gone through whatever healing you felt you needed to go through in the past, and now you're waiting for that positive, healthy connection to come your way. For some of you, it looks like that could be headed your way, but yeah, that's what I see with that. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Four of Wands, so also Aries energy on this side as well. But yeah, so here it looks like definitely a big shift in energy from that Three of Cups we see in the past. Right here it looks like they are envisioning, similar to what you were seeing in the past, it looks like now in the present they're also envisioning this as the connection that could go the distance that they actually want to commit to. All right, future energy on your side, we have Cupid. Awakening. But yeah, it has the name Cupid on the card, so I was thinking of that part as well. This is really the equivalent of the sun in traditional tarot. So a light, playful energy, right? And with the awakening energy mentioned in this particular deck, could just be saying that, maybe this is connecting you even deeper to your feelings for this person, right? Maybe giving you some guidance on how to handle the connection as well. Right? And future energy on their side, we have the Ten of Wands. So if we look here, it looks like they're at like a train station kind of dynamic right here. So it could just be saying that, especially given that this is a Sagittarius energy, maybe as we progress through Sagittarius season, you might actually start to, as you get to know this person more, you might find that they, for example, maybe they have to travel for work, right? And maybe it's a seasonal thing too, right? Where maybe 6 months of the year they're in one spot, 6 months of the year they're somewhere else, something like that. But yeah, so this is one of those things too, right? Where now you could have to figure out, okay, well now with this new dynamic in play, is this something that's going to work for you or not, right? And as I'm talking through this makes me think of the Mercury retrograde energy that we'll be experiencing for pretty much the remainder of November. So that could have been what's at play for some of you there, right? Where maybe this seems a lot more positive in the beginning, right? Everything's great, the feelings are there, but then you have to look at the more practical side of things down the line, right? Like, okay, yes, we have a strong connection, right? We feel this pull for each other, but hey, this person travels a lot. Is that going to work for me and what I want in the long run or not, right? So it could just be one of those things where you have to figure out if that's going to be a fit for you in the long run. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, so again, another indicator to me that says that the feelings seem to be genuine and pure on your side, right? But again, like we said now, as the feelings settle a little bit, and then you're dealing with the reality of the situation, there might have to be some deeper thought on your part as to what to do about it. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ten of Swords. So yeah, so to me, this is another card that gives an energy of someone who might, you know, leave the scene for a while, right? And then they might ultimately return. But again, I feel like this is going to be something that you're going to have to work your way through as to whether or not that'd be a good fit for you or not, right? So here the artwork is looks like a soldier, right? That might have come back from war or something like that. So, I don't think that's going to be the case for the majority of you, but just more so the dynamic at play, right? Where this person might not be present physically for an extended period of time, and then you have to figure out, okay, can I ride out that energy, or would I rather be in a connection where the person's physically present on a more consistent basis? But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I'm going to give this a few shuffles. Alright, we'll take this card. And next I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. So I'm just going to give this a few shuffles now. Alright, we'll take this card. And we'll take a look at that Messages of Love card first. Alright, we have Intuition. It says you already know the answer you seek. So interesting message there, because I feel like this is saying that even if you don't feel that way quite right in this moment, with that awakening energy in the future, that could be pointing to that, which is to say that, hey, it does get to that point where you do realize, okay, yeah, maybe this person travels often. Intuitively, you could tune in and figure out, okay, will that work for me in the long run? Is just gonna create problems down the line, and maybe it'd be better to cut ties now, right before it gets too deep. So hopefully that resonated. And then from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Orphaned. So yeah, before we even read the message, just that word alone in the artwork could definitely point to, like I said, where maybe this is just one of those things where you might feel that way, right? Like, okay, this person's gone for however long they're gone, and they come back. Could be a bit of a roller coaster, right? But we'll see what it says in the book. All right. The relationship message says, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you, and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So, definitely an interesting message there, right? Because that could ultimately be saying that, if you do feel like, okay, this is a deal breaker, right? But something in you saying, well, let me try to ride it out. Could just be saying, just watch out for the possibility of betraying yourself in that regard. But if that is your situation, I hope it resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.